Hello, this is Mrs. Samuels, and this video is going to be about adjacent and vertical angles. The word adjacent just means next to each other, two angles that are next to each other, and vertical just means that they are across from each other, so they are vertical. In 8th grade, we're going to take this a little step further, so let's start with some of these problems to make sure we know what we're talking about. These two angles are vertical because they are across from each other. They have no sides that share. Okay, so they're not sharing a shoulder or anything. They're just across from each other. So these angles are vertical. I love vertical angles because they always equal each other. Vertical angles are equal to each other. So 50 equals x. So this angle is 50 degrees, as well as this angle is 50 degrees. All vertical angles are the same. We're done. Let's come over here. These angles are across from each other, so they are vertical. Because they're across from each other, they are equal. So 120 equals x plus 8. Now we want to figure out what x is. This angle we know is 120 degrees, so I'm going to set up that equation. In my class, the first thing that we do is we circle our variable and draw our line. And we're going to continue to do that anytime you see an equation. The circle is your last step, so the inverse operation to a positive 8 is a negative 8. So I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. 120 take away 8 is 112. The only thing left on this side is x. So I have x equals 112, and that's what x is. We're good. If you want to double check your work, you can take 112 plus 8 and you will get 120. So you know you did that one right. Last problem. Again, we're deciding if it is either adjacent or vertical. These are adjacent. They are next to each other. Because they're next to each other, we need to use a few kind of keys that the picture gives us. So you see this little box here? This means that these two add to 90 degrees. That little symbol right there is the 90-degree angle mark. It's the right angle mark. Because this is making a right angle, I know that they are going to add to 90 degrees. So I'm going to take 43 plus x plus 3. Now you notice that all of these are showing with parentheses. Anything that has anything extra will show up with parentheses. When you go to write your equation, you do not need the parentheses. So I'm actually going to rewrite this without them, because they are unnecessary. And now I can solve this equation. 43 plus 3, I need to add my numbers first, is going to be 46. And just like before, I'm going to rewrite everything I did not use. I'm going to circle my variable, draw my line. This is a positive 46, so the inverse operation to that is minus 46. 90 take away 46 is going to give you 44. So that means that this right here is 44. Now most problems, that's cool that you know that x equals 44. You're going to need that information. But most of the problems that you're going to see are going to ask you for this entire angle measure. They want to know what is that. So because x equals 44, you're going to go back in and plug that in. So it'll be 44 plus 3. 44, 45, 46, 47. So the answer to this is 47 degrees. This angle is 43 degrees. This angle is 47 degrees with x equals 44. Now, if you're one of my students, I need you guys to go back through and try these ones on your own, especially this one. This one is kind of scary. So go back through. When you see that I just have this video, this picture, pause the video and try to do all of the words on your own, including identifying if it is adjacent or vertical. So do the whole problem on your own. If you can do all three of these, then you'll be ready to move on to the next video. Thank you guys very much for checking in. Again, this is adjacent and vertical angles.